Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you all for joining me at this time. My name is Shavi Zane, and I'm coming on to bring a message for the chosen. If you find that this resonates with you in any way, please be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and let us know how it resonates with your circumstance. So, first of all, chosen, I want to talk to you all about the fact that you truly are too good. Now, a lot of times you'll hear people say, "Oh, you think you too good," and they say it in a way where it's supposed to be an insult. I guess they assume that you are supposed to receive it in a way where you're going to feel less confident in your decision to protect your peace. And that's a grave mistake, because the only insulting part about what they're saying is the fact that they truly believe that you're supposed to think any different. Of course, you're supposed to know that you're too good. What are you too good for? You are too good to be in the company of people who are only about competition. You are too good to be surrounded by people who only care to gossip, to talk about one another, to talk about you behind your back. People who are all about drama, conflict, controversy. They thrive on negativity. Yes, you are too good to be surrounded by people who don't actually like you. And it's not a secret. They don't care for you. They talk about you behind your back. They do not support your endeavors. They do not congratulate you when you are doing better, or you're thriving, or you've met a certain level of success. Yes, you are too good to be in the company of fake people. It is not an insult. It's not to be taken personally when they say you think you're too good, because subconsciously some part of them knows that you really are too good, because you have actually outgrown that, immature behavior. You've outgrown toxicity. You've outgrown codependent relationships, trauma bonding relationships. Yes, you truly are too good. And that's okay. That is a really good space to be, because you get to that place where it's all about protecting your peace. It's about protecting your peace of mind and creating a climate for yourself that's conducive to growth, happiness, laughter, success. You get to that space in life where you recognize that the people that you surround yourself with have a major impact on who you are, how you function, how you express yourself. Like, all of that matters. That's why it says birds of a feather flock together, because it's true. Who you hang with says a whole lot about who you are, especially if you are constantly in the company of people that do not care for you. People that are in competition with you and that don't want to see you do well, that's constantly sending an evil eye. Why sit at the table with your enemy? Why wear a fake mask or a false smile in the presence of your enemy? Why do that when you can go and literally be in your own company and have that much more peace, that much more stability, that much more comfort? Why sit at the table with your enemy? To prove what? Whether they're family, whether they're co-workers, whether they're so-called associates or false friends, what do you gain? What does a person gain by congregating with people that they know do not care for them? Where's the benefit at? Is there something to prove? When you get to that space in life where independence and your sense of mental peace and freedom is far more important to you than having a clique, or being able to say that you have, a certain number of people around you. When you get to that space where you are completely in tune and comfortable with who you are in your own skin, it does not serve anyone to sit at the table amongst a bunch of people that don't like you and they don't like each other. There is not one benefit to it. The only thing that you would gain from that energy is more baggage, more drama, more toxicity, more low vibrational energy, and call in more karma. Because ultimately, those masks come off. People show their hand. You get into it with those people. You have issues with those people. One person is talking about the other person, spreading one message, one rumor about the other person to the next. What does it serve? And so, yes, when people have these particular gatherings and it's like, oh, so you too good to come? Yes, I am. Okay. And saying it proudly. Yes, I am too good. I've done a lot of work on myself. I am too good to be in toxic circles. Absolutely. I am too good to sit at the table with people that really don't like me. Yes, I am. Absolutely. And I hope that you get to that place one day yourself, because that's actually a good place to be. That means that you have met a certain level of emotional intelligence when you are able to say that you are too good to sit at the table and to eat and to fake smile with your enemy. People got to start recognizing what's going on out here in the world, because there's too many scenarios where you are seeing, people losing their lives because they're constantly trying to fit in with people that really don't like them like that. And their intuition tells them, like, this group of people, they don't really like you like that. Right? Just like with Shanquella. These people don't really like you like that. And she knew that she didn't really fit in with those people, but she had met a certain level of success, and she had a whole lot of people around her that was sending her the evil eye because she was beautiful, she was successful, she was smart, she was independent. But the one thing that she did not give herself permission to really tap into was her intuition and her emotional intelligence. She hadn't released that fear of going at it alone. She hadn't released that because she was still trying to run in the same circle of people who was much more comfortable with her before she became successful. But I'm sure that they didn't like her then, because a lot of times, you may not be successful around those people, right? You might be in lack before you awaken, before you start to receive your inheritance. You could be in lack. And so many of the people around you might also be in the same energy. They may also be in lack. Money may not be flowing so well, and so things may not be going so good for them. But they are more comfortable being in your presence when you're in lack too, because see, it's like that crabs in a barrel mentality, misery loves company mentality. And so even for Shanquella, she probably had a certain amount of things that was in common with them. Maybe they could complain about certain things, complain about certain situations or unhealthy relationship dynamics. But when you start to reach a certain level of success internally, I'm not just talking about your wealth and what you're able to obtain in the 3D. I'm not talking about materialistic success. I'm talking about growth and maturity. When you start to reach a certain level of emotional intelligence and a certain place of healing, you begin to evaluate the relationships that are around you. And in order to protect the space that you are in, you make eliminations where necessary. But Shanquella had not gotten to that space. She had reached a certain level of success, but still chose to hang amongst the same wolves that didn't like her for other reasons before she met success. They probably didn't like her because of how she looked, or they didn't like her because of how she talked, or they didn't like her because of the amount of attention that she received, or how confident she was in herself. It's always a reason for fake people to not like you. They will find something. And so this is why it's so important to get comfortable with being in your own space until you attract your tribe. Be amongst people who want to develop and grow. Be amongst people who are actively working towards becoming the best version of themselves, even if they have not met that space yet. The fact that that is their mission in life is to become better, to have more peace, to be more humble, to be more successful, to grow, to evolve, to be more spiritual. When that is their life's mission, then you have met the right type of people that's going to actually enhance your development. But when you still trying to hang around folks just because you have a certain number of years around them, or because, oh, that's my family. But family can be worse than a stranger on the street. They will be the main ones that will put you down, that will talk about you, that will betray you, that will harm you before people on the street that you don't even know. All of this thing about blood. Oh, that's my blood. That stuff means absolutely nothing if there is no development or growth that's happening for that person. And the only thing that they're concerned about is maintaining a low vibrational toxic energy. And they don't want to see you thrive. They don't want to see anybody reach certain heights because they know that that actually raises the bar for them. People that want to see you remain the same and stay in the same position because they're not willing to do the work on themselves are the ones that you must leave behind on your journey. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And when they say to you, you think you're too good, you say, absolutely, I am too good. And I hope that you get to that space at some point in your life, too. At some point, we all have to be too good for toxicity. But you have the free will, of course, to stay amongst the sheeple, the sleeple. But ultimately, that energy just corrupts your energy because energy transfers. It can be transferred or transmuted, but it can't be destroyed. So either you're in their energy, raising them up, or they're in your energy, pulling you down. And when you're around people who don't want to change and they hate the fact that you're changing, trust and believe you are not the one that's having the positive impact on them. They're the ones who are intentionally trying to have the negative impact on you because they're in their mind. They're saying, I hope that things don't work out for them. I hope that that relationship doesn't thrive over there. Or I hope that, that chosen seed's business doesn't flourish. Or I hope that that chosen seed doesn't get that new job offer, or finish school, or, really follow through with that creative endeavor, or really lose that weight or gain that weight or get that, reach that goal. Many of them are sitting over there in their mind, hoping that you don't reach those things that you sharing with your enemy. That's why it's so important, because when you get to that space, trust me, you'll know who you can have in your space when you evaluate whether or not you can share your endeavors with them, your success, your plans. If you can't tell your family member or your so-called friend or your so-called lover about the things that you are working on because you intuitively know that they are going to be a naysayer and that they're going to send you the evil eye, or that they're not going to support you, or that they're going to fake smile and fake phony and act like they're, supportive when behind closed doors they're talking about you. When you know these things, that's when you know you got to cut that person off. What are they in your energy for? Automatically, that's a red flag. So that's what I wanted to talk to you all about. Yes, you are too good. Don't let anybody discourage you or have you thinking that, oh, they're trying to insinuate that I'm stuck up, or that, I done forgot where I came from. Listen, sometimes it's better to forget where the hell you came from. Okay? Who wants to sit in that misery? Yes, you grow from it. Yes, you learn from it. But the people that want to stay there, that have no intention of coming out of that energy, even when you're trying to feed them a morsel of wisdom to tell them how you made it, and they still thump their nose at it, they still turn a blind eye to it, or a deaf ear, you are literally just casting your pearls before swine. And at that point, it's like, okay, you've done your part by trying to share how to get to that space of growth and success, but they still turn their nose up at it because you got there first. It's time to move on. It's time to move on. So don't let anybody disturb your energy. Remember, you are too good. That's my message for you all. I love you. Like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let me know. Have you been in a position lately where somebody tried to tell you that you think you too good? And how did you respond? All right. Talk to y'all next time.